Hello, welcome to Good Morning America. On today's episode, we will be talking about
Brazil!
So, me and my host, we're going to introduce ourselves. My name is Final Fakahua.
Jaylee Shubarth.
Daniela Mendades.
Mason Yarbrough.
And we'll just be talking about Brazil, about their culture, religion, food preferences, language, geography, government, and history. And now on to the cooking segment where I will be showing you guys how to cook a special dish from Brazil and a special dessert.
Enjoy!
Tudo bem com vocês? That's how you say hello, what's up, or how you doing in Portuguese, the main spoken language in Brazil. So today I'm going to show you guys how to make a Brazilian dish. It's a one-pot Brazilian chicken and rice, also known as galinhada. So this is how it looks. Get in there. I'm going to just tell you the recipe of how to make it and what you can use to make it. So the things you'll need is chicken, sausage, marinade, so olive oil, apple cider vinegars, turmeric, parsley, onion, garlic, salt, and pepper. Onion, carrots, tomatoes, rice, white wine, chicken broth, bay leaves, parsley, salt, and pepper. So the way you make it is they usually, like I said, it's a Brazilian chicken pot and rice. So they will always make it in a pot, and then they'd get the rice in there and make the rice first, and then start adding the chicken, and then it goes all in and it's yummy. So that's pretty much galinhada. So come back later to watch me make some Brazilian treats. Obrigada, thank you. Hello, welcome back. Now I'll be showing you guys how to make a Brazilian candy / dessert called brigadeiro. Yeah, look at that. Yummy. Okay, so the name Brigadeiro comes from a guy named Eduardo Brigadeiro. He ran for president in the 40s for his political party, and his wife made the candies Brigadeiro for fundraising parties. Okay, now I'll be showing you guys how to make it. So all you need is 4 simple ingredients: unsweetened cocoa powder, sweetened condensed milk, butter, and sprinkles. You can choose whatever sprinkles you want, but I chose chocolate. So the first step to making this is you'll need to cut 4 tablespoons, which is half the block of butter, and you'll need to put it on the stove in the pot and let that melt. And you're gonna want to set your stove to low. So if you have a stove like mine, it'll be on 5. And while you wait for that to melt, you want to come over and put in 2 teaspoons of cocoa powder and mix that with some water. It can be based off of your judgment. And you want to mix that, and it'll become like somewhat of an icing type thing. And so whenever you do that, once this is ready, the butter's ready to melt, you'll pour in the whole can of sweetened condensed milk into the pot, and then you'll get whatever you made with your cocoa powder and pour that in here as well. Whenever you pour that in, you're gonna wanna stir and just sit here for 20 minutes and just stir it. You can never leave the pot because the most important thing is you don't want the chocolate to burn at the bottom of the pot. So you're gonna just stand here for 20 minutes and let that get in, and it'll be like a cake batter texture. So once you're done with that, you're gonna pour it onto a plate, any plate, and then you're gonna put that plate into the refrigerator and let that cool and sit for 30 minutes. Once that's ready, then you should bring out your plate, and it should look something like this. It shouldn't be able to move. Now I'm gonna show you how I made these ball-like things. So whenever you make it, it's very important that you get butter, because you wanna grease your hands so that it doesn't stick to your hands too much. And then you just wanna put it on, I guess like lotion, let's say. So you want to scoop the chocolate, and then you're gonna just take that off the spoon, and then you're gonna roll it into a ball. Ooh, need more. Likewise, and then you can roll it into a ball. And once it's in a ball form, then that's when the sprinkles come in. And you just roll it around into the sprinkles. And then you put it into a cupcake sheet. And then it looks like that. So once you're done with that, you put it back into the fridge for about 30 minutes as well to let it sit again. And then it comes out looking like this. We have here Emma Peters. Please come in. She's gonna try it out and test it out for us and see if she likes it. Because I also got it approved by one of my Brazilian friends, Canela, shout out to him. But Emma's gonna taste one.
It's really good.
Oh yeah, like it?
Yes.
Period. So there you have it. That's how you make the simple, easy candy/dessert brigadeiro. Thank you.
10 cultural facts about Brazil. Brazil is a historically rich culture that is carried on through folk traditions, music, dance, literature, and art for many centuries. Brazilians are known for their love of music and dance. Dancing appeals to all ages, and some of the most popular dances in Brazil are the bossa nova and the samba. With their love for dancing and music, Brazilians partake in regular festivals that can be located all across the country. One of the most popular and well-known festivals is Rio Carnaval, which is a 5-day festival located in Rio de Janeiro that is filled with dancing, music, food, and just extraordinary people coming together and having fun. With this, Brazilians also have many beautiful art pieces and many museums that is funded by the country themselves that encourages people to partake in art. And one of the most popular museums is Centro of Culture in São Paulo. And with their culture, one of the most important factors about Brazilian culture is family. Family members are often kept very close ties with each other, even with extended family members or lost family members. Brazilian families are often quite large, and marriage is a very religious observance as well. Brazilian culture is beautiful, and it is great to see how music, dance, and art can bring people together and create such an amazing culture.
Hi, my name is Mason Yarbrough, and I'm going to give you a little information about Brazil's history. First, its name is said to come from an Irish legend that says there was a phantom island that was cloaked in mist for every day, but one day, every 7 years, it came out, and they called it High Brazil, now called Brazil. Brazil was first discovered by the Portuguese in the 16th century and became a European governed nation. In 1815, Dom Pedro was given the power of regent prince by his father, which allowed him to govern and make decisions for the entire country. The Cortes was the ruling assembly at the time, and the people really hated them, and they started to rebel. Pedro pledged his loyalty to the rebellion, which caused the Cortes to take away all the power he had. He was removed later by a military coup in 1889. Their main cash crop at the time was sugar, but towards the 20th century, they became having a lot higher number of coffee exports, making it their top cash crop. In 1930, they experienced another military coup, and their leader took over and stayed in office until his death in 1954. They have had much struggle economically and financially over the years, but they are looking much better now and towards the future through the influx of tourism throughout their country for their beautiful sites, their coffee plantations, and the all-around aspects that the country brings.
Hello everyone, my name is Jaylee Schubarth, and today I'm going to be teaching you guys about Brazil's religion and Brazil's government. So Brazil, when it comes to their religion, they're very similar to us Americans. They have the biggest form of religion in Brazil is Christianity, and Catholics have the most adherents. 64.4% of Brazil's population identify themselves as Christian Catholics, so that's a pretty large number. For those of Brazil's population that don't identify themselves as Catholic, but they still identify themselves as Christian, call themselves Protestants. So basically, they just are Christians, but they just don't follow the Catholic Church. Also, in Brazil, the Catholic Church plays a very prominent and a very large role in Brazil's society, and that is a way that they differ to us Americans, because as the churches do play a big role in American society, they don't play as big of a role. So the Catholic Church plays a bigger role in cultural things and politics in Brazil rather than the Catholic Church in America here. As far as the government goes for Brazil, They are also very similar to us Americans. They have their presidential elections every 4 years, so their presidents do serve for a total of 4 years, just like us Americans. The only difference is for Brazilians, they give their presidents different titles based off of their gender. So if there is a female president, then her title is President of the Republic or Madam President. And if there is a male president, then his title is President of the Federative Republic of Brazil. And that is also very different to us Americans because we don't really give our presidents different titles based on their genders, but for Brazilians, that's important that they give their presidents a title based on their gender. Overall, Brazil is a very interesting country. It has very many interesting religious factors and governmental factors, but for the most part, Brazil and America are very similar in their religion and their government. Thanks, guys.
Hola, tudo bem com vocês? Remember that? That's what I said in my cooking segment. That's a greeting. So today I'll be talking about the language that's spoken in Brazil. The main language spoken in Brazil is Portuguese, and it is spoken by 98% of the population there. The dialect of spoken Portuguese spoken in Brazil is called Brazilian Portuguese. The Portuguese language became the nationwide language by the end of the 18th century. This was because Portuguese immigrants migrated there, and so it made the language more common. So yes, as I've said before, the language there is Portuguese, and it's the most common one. So you would hear it there if you were to visit today. I will say that the language became the unofficial language in 1534 with the spread of colonies. Although Portuguese is the main language spoken there are different states in the country. That's what I was told by a few of my friends who are Brazilian. They told me that the language is Portuguese, and that's the main spoken language there in Brazil. But because there are different parts of the country, so that's what they also call it states, they say that the only differences in the language when it comes down to it is the different kinds of slangs or certain words. But for the most part, they all understand each other and speak it very well. And so, yeah, that's all I have for today for the language that's spoken in Brazil. Thank you.